Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I figured today we'll do something called maybe like a soul sync session or writing session, something. I'm gonna think of the name. Anyway, so I just dropped off my older son to school and my younger son to grandparents so that I can do a little bit of work. So it's a little bit of time I have a week to dedicate to this. And so I started to write down a to-do list when I got home, and I was looking for a notepad. I usually have a notepad here in the kitchen where I have like these little mini drawers on top of the counter, and I couldn't find it, but instead I found this little notebook, and I have countless notebooks just from over the years collected, hanging around in lots of different spots, and I will write randomly in them and then forget what I have written, and it's always a surprise. So I decided to open this up, and on the, well, not the first page would be like inspired phrases or words that I'm inspired by, which I can maybe go more into my writing technique or my creative writing technique at another time. So that was the first page. But then the second page was this. When I started reading it, I didn't put a date. It's like 3 pages. So not very long. I didn't put a date, so I'm not sure exactly when I wrote this or why. But looking at the contents, this was definitely from when I was in my 20s, for sure. I would put it maybe around, I probably wrote this around 2016 or 2017. I'm not sure, but I'm judging based off of what I wrote. That's probably what it was. So anyway, I figured I'll share it here with you in case you're interested. So here we go. The screen froze, then turned black. 10 paces away, the conference room door stood slightly ajar, streaming the malefic manipulations of the phone's voice still further. I stood to look over the divider to see more faces, hunched into their screens, all in a row. I whirled to look behind me, still more. To my left, to my right, a bubble rose in my chest, quickening the shallow beats of my heart and then extending its limbs through the pit of my stomach and upwards, crawling up my neck and constricting my throat until my whole body fired into a supercluster of this nebulous energy. I once used to dream. Perhaps I never stopped. I only layered over with demand, responsibility, expectations from others. Once, though, one time in my life, I reveled in early light, dancing off the sway of dewy grass at sunrise, knowing the sun will grow to its full expanse throughout the day. Then at sunset, I savored the peachy hues of the darkening skies and marveled at the humbling power of the moon. Once upon a time, I instinctively recognized the wild mystery of life. In 2nd grade, I was given a homework assignment to draw a picture and write a sentence about what I wanted to be when I grew up. My answer? I want to be a florist / architect / dancer / writer / traveler. I wanted to sway with palms, breathe in the cold mountain air above the clouds. I wanted to scale pyramids, bathe under waterfalls, run my fingertips along golden threads of ancient tapestries. I promised myself to kiss a camel, jump off a bridge, and even prickle with the fear of sighting a tiger's stripes in the jungle. I also wanted to see pictures of the handprints left in Neolithic caves and think, what will be my soul print? My 20-something colleague died 3 years ago. It was a car crash after a night of celebrating her acceptance into Harvard grad school. Do you know what everyone said that day we huddled in the main space of the office to grieve together? It was about lost potential. Everything she never got a chance to do. After an hour of tears, we all filed back to our offices, back to our desks, and continued working. So, I just had to stop myself from turning off the recording. Yeah, so did that resonate with you? I seem to be remembering in the past few days people from my life, throughout my life, that have died. So it's interesting that this came up, that I found this today, because last night I wasn't thinking of her, I was thinking of someone else who also died very young. And it's actually quite extraordinary. I'm in my 30s, I'm not that old, but I do know quite a few people who have passed away way before their time. And it puts things into perspective. I've always wanted to be a writer. I remember writing when I was 7. I think that was the first time we had a computer in the house. I'm not sure if that's accurate, but it's the first time I was allowed to use it at the very least. And I remember the very first time I wrote a story, it was just a burst of inspiration. I could barely write, I was 7, but I could write still. I have the story printed out somewhere. Maybe that's something I can find, because my mom brought a whole folder of my old writings last year when she came to visit. So I might have that. But I remember I typed it in blue font, and it just maybe took 20-30 minutes to write. It was about Lego people. It's either Lego people or doll people. The concept has definitely been seen, though it felt very novel to me at 7 years old. But I've always wanted to be a writer, and I have found so many things to do to procrastinate from doing what it is that I love. And so thinking about all the old friends and people that I've known that have passed way before their time, knowing that time is not guaranteed, I'm really committing myself to doing what it is that I know that I'm here to do, and that is writing. And I have so many things I have started, and I've just gotten in my way. I do have something that I started last year I'm really excited about, and I have been working on it. And I guess more to come about that. But this is also why I'm really excited about writing music. Well, I don't write the music, I write the lyrics to the songs that I share on here. Because this is kind of like what's the term? Goodness, I should have gotten sleep. It's so bad when a writer cannot think of a term. Well, to me, it's really fun to be able to just sit down and write something and it not take too long. It's not going to take me months. It's not going to take me years. I just write a poem, and now I've learned, rather than writing the poem and then forming it into a song, which is how I began, now I just have learned the different structures for different types of songs. And so now I'll sit down and I will write a song, and then it's really fun for me to see it come to life, and I don't have to wait that long, and then I can share it with the world, with whoever it resonates with. And it's gratifying for me. There's another type of writing. I will admit it's kind of helping me to procrastinate from doing the big writing that I've been working on, that I'll share maybe a little later. But yeah, anyway, I'm rambling at this point. I'm gonna just tie this up. I hope you have a really great day, and if anything that I shared resonated with you, I would really love to hear if you just type it down in the comments. If you want to hear more from me, I have been uploading some archived podcast episodes from 2021. You can hear more of my thoughts on things, especially parenthood, mysticism, the meaning of life. That's one of the most recent ones that I have uploaded. Or you can listen to the music. So just like this video, subscribe to my channel, go check out my channel and all the other videos. And I hope you have a really good day.